Hey, you girl with them yellow teeth. Get them right with some activated charcoal-based toothpaste. Lucida, baby. Drop down in the description box. Click the link to purchase this and other fine products with your yellow teeth having ass. Ooh, y'all, there's some really hard conversation that we getting ready to have as black people when it comes to this last episode of Basketball Wives. I hope you're ready, because I'm ready. Here it goes. Nessa girl, did y'all get into this last episode of the Basketball Wives? You know, this was a season, or a show rather, that I was not super interested in watching this season, just like the Housewives of Atlanta, because it's much of the same. It's been there, done that. But in the midst of Black Lives Matter, President Trump, COVID, they have had an opportunity to tackle some issues that really run rampant in our community, and that's colorism. Though the conversation is annoying in this context and is getting on my last nerves, it still serves as a catalyst for us to have some deeper, more meaningful conversation amongst our community. And we're going to begin that conversation. But let's get into the episode. It opens up with the ladies. God, my voice is still gone. At least I still sound sexy. And I look good, bitch. Catch. The episode opens up with the ladies moving into their mansion. Malaysia moves in with Shaunie and Evelyn. And Malaysia makes it known she don't want to see Jackie. Girl, I'm just so ready to get to the colorism part. Jackie and Jen move in. OG pulls up. Jen says she ain't going over to the other house. And OG said if they want to clear up the air, they can come over there with her. Liza and Kristen get there. And Feby get to stay in her little town. Feby get to stay in her $118,000 townhouse with COVID. And the gag is the COVID probably became between them thin ass walls and them Section 8 ass doors. So we just gonna put Feby on the sick and shut in list and pray for us, saints. That's all we could do. Liza sits down and talks to Shaunie about Lamar Odom. And let me tell you something. I like Liza a lot. She seems non-problematic. Now, what I don't want Liza's stint on this show to be is one big Lamar Odom bashing or whatever the case may be. But I like Liza's low-key flower child energy that she brings to the show. And I think I'm going to have a problem if at any point throughout this show any of those ladies get aggressive and nasty with Liza. Because right now she seems like a very nice girl and a breath of fresh air on a show like this full of mean girls and bitches and confused hoes. She talks to Shaunie about the college fund money. About $200,000 she says is unaccounted for and that Lamar's not giving her no straight answers. Now, I hope he ain't bought Khloe Kardashian no bags, boobs, and shoes with it. And I damn sure hope he ain't smoke it up in that damn Bronco. Lamar, where is them kids' money? And if you ain't got all of it, can they please get $50,000 to get started? They need something. That boy needs to go to school. Jackie goes over there and Malaysia just ignores the complete dog shit out of Jackie. And it was funny. But we are at a point where Malaysia need to damn grow up, all right? There's nothing wrong with a hey, hello. We ain't asking you to say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing mighty fine. Last time I saw you, it's been a long time. Stop smiling at me, get that look at your face. They don't even front, stop being so fake. I know you do not like me and you made it very clear. Always talking about me from what I hear. Y'all remember that? Destiny's Child? So good, so good, so good. I know you hate it, but I had a plan on doing 3 videos today. I don't know if these vocal cords gonna let me. I got to call Miss Jan and Kim Burrell, and see what I can do. Or whatever. But we gonna get through this good conversation. Liza FaceTimes her son, who looks just like Lamar Odom, and says that dad's been blowing up his phone. And I'm like, well, damn, there you go. We're going to get an answer. And he says he didn't press him about the damn money. Look, boy, all this pride and shit y'all be having, I ain't gonna chase my hand about no money. Bitch, I am. That's my child and he need to go to college. That's your daddy and you need to go to college. You need to chase behind him about that money. Now Evelyn brings up, this is where things begin to get interesting. So pull up a seat and let's talk. Evelyn brings up OG trolling her with the picture of her grandfather and trying to paint this picture that Evelyn is not Afro-Latina. Evelyn starts crying and starts talking about, just what she's going through with OG. All right. Now here's what I want to take a minute and do. Just like Kimmy told Tisha on the Love and Marriage Huntsville episode, you keep starting at the middle. Let's start at the beginning. I would say to Evelyn, much of what you're experiencing right now, a large part of it is karma. And that's because I remember the moment OG stepped on the scene, y'all didn't give that girl a chance and y'all started going in on her wig, if my memory serves me correctly. That is the same thing that y'all did with Tammy Roman. All right. And I'm going to take it a step further. I always call myself the resident gay boy. I'm every black girl's best friend. And I remember back in high school and in college, that was the way the pretty it girls rolled. If you was not one of the girls that could pull the football players, that could get in the club free, that could get the niggas to buy bottles and drinks, who had the latest clothes, the latest fashions, the highest heels, the moment you walk across the pretty mean girls, they instantly X'd you out based on how you looked. And then after that, they just built upon that. It went from how you look to how you talk to what you got to you ugly. And they just built. But it all started from that first impression. Evelyn, that's how y'all did OG. Y'all never even gave the girl a damn chance. And in the beginning, y'all were looking for reasons to not like her. Could it be that everything that you're experiencing right now is as a result of cosmic energy that you set in motion? I'm just asking. Like, a lot of this could just be payback for you being a mean fucking girl. Now, I'm gonna take it a step further as we get ready to move into what's going on. And I'm gonna say this. I don't think that anybody in this group is consciously being colorist towards OG. I don't. I think Evelyn and others got a case of the pretty girl syndrome and the mean girl syndrome, but I don't think anyone in this group is colorist and or racist. And I kind of find it off-putting that OG, once Kristen brought up the fact that she and OG share the same complexion palette, OG then moved the goalpost and it went beyond color and went to features as well. And we're going to get on that. So here's the thing, right? Kristen comes over and OG instantly had an attitude on her face. I'm going to say this. My experience of what we've been watching, OG does not look easy to get along with. I don't mean to be offensive when I say this, and I know it's going to sound ignorant. But in my past, I have not historically gotten along with African people or people from the Caribbean. I haven't gotten along. My perception and my attitude, and I'm not lumping them all in one. They're not a monolith, so save your comments. But my perception has been that they were arrogant and rude. And that didn't change until one day I was talking to a friend of mine that was either Caribbean or African. I believe it was one of my African friends. And I said to her, why is it that African people and certain Caribbean people are so damn arrogant? Why do they carry themselves like they think they're better than African Americans? Like, what is that? And my friend said to me, she said, Q, it's not that we think we are better than African Americans. It's the simple fact that we take pride in our culture. And y'all misconstrue that for all these other negative things. And she said, quite frankly, it is not our fault that y'all don't have a distinct culture to cling to. Other than slave culture. You know what I'm saying? I added that last part. But when I sat back and I thought about it, I said, you know what? To a degree, it does make sense. And you claiming Nigeria, and you claiming Jamaica, and you claiming Guyana, and us Americans saying, y'all think y'all better than us, I see how that could be misconstrued. Because as the African American, with all the psychological baggage and trauma of slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, Reconstruction, and everything else, we're looking at somebody who's the same skin color and saying, you around here acting so high and mighty, but to the rest of the world, you just another nigga. Just like me. So bring yourself down to me. And in their eyes, they're not necessarily carrying the same psychological baggage that we are, African Americans. And they're like, no, I'm not just an American nigga like you. I'm Jamaican. I'm Nigerian. I'm Ghanaian, with all the pride that comes along with being whatever it is I am. So I'm not like you. I may look like you, but I'm not like you. And that's where the disconnect comes. So telling that story and now conveying that same situation onto OG, you know, when OG came on the scene, she came on pretty strong. In my opinion, I can definitely tell you that I feel like had she and I met in real life, our interactions probably would have mimicked some of my past interactions with foreigners. I probably would not have liked her, but that dislike would have been born out of not understanding. And I think that's part of where the disconnect between these women and OG began. Now, Kristen comes over. And, you know, we now live in a space where the movement is protect black women, listen to black women, don't be so quick to condone the black woman, believe her off rip when she says something has happened to her. So that's what I am attempting to do in OG. I don't want to rush to judgment, and I don't want to minimize what this woman says she has experienced. I have to grant her the space to say that's what her experience is, and I do. However, I don't feel it. Could it be possible that they just think you're ugly? I'm not going to lie to you. When OG stepped on the scene, I didn't think she was attractive. I didn't. And I had a telephone conversation with my friend last night, my friend Quisha, where I attempted to take an introspective look as to why I did not think she was attractive. And I was like, do I not think she's attractive because she has, you know, African features? That was an honest question that I had to ask myself. But then I realized one of my former best friends is first generation Nigerian. I have a lot of African friends. I have a lot of friends from different cultures. and I find them, and they have African features, and they're cute, they're pretty, they're attractive upon first glance. Could it be possible, OG, that people just don't find you attractive and it has nothing to do with colorism and or your features? You just ugly to them. So in that same conversation, my friend Quisha and I went to OG's Instagram and we began dissecting her pictures. And there were pictures when OG was in her African garb with her head wraps on, and she looked absolutely stunning. She was beautiful. And then I had an aha moment. While she's sitting up here saying Kristen participates in the colorism and she gets a pass because she has Western features, she's sitting her ass up there with this bone straight white woman weave in her head, and no tea, no shade, it's got her looking like Shrek with a wig on. Okay? She looking like Fiona. And so I said to my friend Quisha, if OG would rock natural hairstyles that fit the way her hair would actually grow out of her scalp, do her traditional African garb and her head wraps, she actually will be sitting a lot of these hoes down because she's actually beautiful when she's styled like that. So could it be possible that sometimes you look unattractive because you're styled incorrectly and you're rocking styles that don't fit your facial features, your energy, your whatever it is you give? I'm gonna be the first person to say I think she looked ugly as fuck with that long bone straight weave. It ain't for you. And everybody wants to do the bad bitch Instagram Fashion Nova look, which I can't wait till that look fucking dies. And it's not for everybody. Stand up and be the bad, sickly Nigerian queen princess that you are. I urge y'all to go to that girl's Instagram right now, I Heart OG, and look at her pictures with her head wrap. Her skin is fucking glowing. Her face is beautiful. She looks amazing. She look a goddamn fool with that bone straight weave. And I said it, and bitch, I'm dark as her. My mama, aunts, and everybody dark as her. That don't make me a colorist that I find you unattractive. I also raised the question that if we were in Nigeria, amongst Nigerians, would OG be considered attractive, or would she be considered ugly or average? My Nigerian followers, can y'all please tell me what she would be considered in her current state amongst Nigerians? Now, it's not far-fetched to believe that the Latino girls and the light-skinned girls, deep down inside, consciously and subconsciously, think that they are prettier or better than dark-skinned black women. Because that is the signals and the messaging that the world sends out, okay? Now, do I believe that Evelyn and them act on it? Absolutely, I do not. But it is not far-fetched for me to believe that Evelyn believes in her heart of hearts that she does look better than a dark-skinned black woman because she's a fair-skinned Latina woman. No shade, I believe majority of them feel that way. And I'm not even mad at them. That's what the world put in them. You see what I'm saying? It's just if a bitch consciously acts on it is where I have a problem. I feel the same way with light-skinned black women and fair-skinned black women. I feel like deep down inside in the pits of their soul, a part of them feels like they have one up over their dark-skinned sisters, because let's face it, skin color in this country is currency, and they've got more of it than the people of a darker hue. It's unfair, it ain't right, it's so many other negative things, but it's the world we live in. Be with me when I'm right and correct me when I'm wrong. I think, and I may be wrong, I feel like OG is carrying a lot of baggage and unhealed trauma from her childhood. I think that being in the Western world, I think OG went all through her life being called ugly, being picked on, because she was dark-skinned, because she looked different, because she had traditional African features, the wide nose, so on and so forth. And I think that has traumatized her. And I also think OG is reaching with the colorist thing. When she said to Kristen, and she brought up the text message example, and she said, Evelyn had messages, OG had messages, and you took the light person's side, and every time we argue, and if you take the light person's side, that's colorist. You're going to have to make that math add up for me. Because to Kristen's defense, and like she said, could it be I just don't fucking like you? Could it be I just don't agree? Could it be that coincidentally the person that I do agree with happens to be light-skinned? I think it's unfair. It's an unfair precedent to set that every time you get in an argument with a light-skinned person, if she sides with the light-skinned person, that makes her colorist. Because following that logic, that means she's supposed to automatically and arbitrarily side with you because you're dark-skinned. That also makes her colorist. OG needs to accept the fact that she doesn't have the most likable personality. Kristen walked in the room and there was nothing but hostility on your face. Then you mumbling under your breath, that's why I can't with these fucking hoes. And I will say in that moment, that girl came there with a heart of understanding. So now because I don't side with you and I'm siding with Kristen, who has more Western features and who is considered by American standards prettier than you, does that now make me colorist? Because I don't see things your way, and if it does, I'm willing to explore that. I think though what OG is facing more than colorism is a bad case of the pretty mean girls. They're considered the pretty girls and you're not. And listen to me carefully. I'm not saying OG's not pretty. I'm not saying she's not beautiful. I even giving her props. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But we're not going to sit here and pretend like in this country there's just not been a standard of beauty set by the magazines, by the media, and some of us, including myself, deviate from that standard. But based on that standard, Shaunie, Evelyn, Malaysia, Jen, Kristen, they're cute, they're pretty. Jackie Christie is pretty. Tammy Roman was pretty. And OG deviates from what they say is pretty. I think that's more of what she's going through than colorism, especially considering the fact that this cast is compiled of more brown-skinned women, darker-skinned women than it is lighter-skinned women. And in the 8-9 years this show has been on air, this has never been an issue. And there's been fights in every configuration. From Jen, Shaunie, and all of them damn near jumped. Evelyn and Shaunie, the two lightest bitches on the thing, damn near jumped Jen ass energetically, and never once did Jen purport or even put out there that it would have remotely been colorism. And if it's anybody that they would have been colorist towards, it would have been the person that they had the deepest disdain for and the deeper emotional tie to, which was Jennifer. So I don't know, I feel like it's a reach, but part of me also feels bad because this girl is hurting and I'm trying to hear her out, but I can't just arbitrarily whatever. Now, one thing I will say, and I completely stand by, I think OG being painted out to be this super aggressive monster that they were scared to be around and need security from, I think that's a crock of shit. I think that was bullshit. And if we want to play into the fact that historically the darker skinned person is always the villain in the movies, black is bad, black is wrong, and if that lends itself to colorism, then you know what? I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to lend a listening ear to that and explore the subconscious bias that comes along with darker skin. Because I say this and I will say this till I go to my grave. Evelyn Lozada is the most violent reality TV star that we have until date. We cannot forget that woman took a completely full bottle of champagne or wine and slung it across the room at somebody's face. All right? If that is not violent, I don't know what is. Evelyn Lozada is the only reality TV star known for jumping off a damn table and about to do a swan dive on a bitch in the scene. She gets to rap. Whenever they say jumping across the table, they're talking about Evelyn. Evelyn has exemplified more violence per capita on Basketball Wives than anybody else on reality TV. So for the ladies to sit there and act like they're so scared of OG, that's some bullshit. Now, I do think OG's build and the fact that she plays football and the fact that she's very present and very firm and very assertive, I think those lent themselves to y'all bitches being scared of her. Because see, what it is Evelyn slung a bottle at a bitch she couldn't whoop. She jumped across the table for a scary bitch. But you can't use those same intimidation factors with OG because you know she'll fight your ass back. And low key, you scared of her because you feel in your heart of hearts that you can't whoop her ass. But to go on this campaign and to paint this girl as aggressive, that's some bullshit. And Shaunie, you fucking full of shit too because you co-signed that bullshit. She's so aggressive. Every time she's around somebody, she'll beat somebody's ass. All of y'all have done the same thing. All of y'all have done the same thing. And no tea, no shade, and I love her to death. But Tammy Roman ain't too far behind Evelyn. Tammy Roman don't whoop every ass what was on Basketball Wives. Every ass. The way she kept tearing Mika Claxton ass out the damn frame, she bopped that woman in her face so damn bad down to the girls' trip. And y'all wasn't scared of Tammy so much y'all needed security and ain't want to be around and I'm scared to be in the same room with her and all this other bullshit. So I definitely feel OG on that. There definitely is some kind of bias when it comes to OG. And maybe the missing parts, or maybe there are components to colorism that we don't understand. Maybe colorism is the right catch-all basket to put their behavior in. But as of now, based on my education and the information that I currently possess, I don't believe it to be true. I may be wrong. If I am, feel free to educate me, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. But this did lend itself as a great catalyst for us to have some great conversation. I look forward to reading the comments. Drop down in the comments and comment away. Let us know what you think. Also, if you're new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell button so you always get notification for when we have important, deep conversations like this and others. Talk to you soon. Bye.